Zambia, one of the wildest countries in Africa, home to the spectacular Victoria Falls. They are fed by the mighty Zambezi River, which divides Zambia from Zimbabwe. It's here on one of the river's most isolated stretches that two friends have planned a weekend fishing trip. Arthur Taylor and Alistair Gallatley have known each other for over 25 years.
Our kids have grown up together with Alistair. Basically, Alistair's part of the family. He's a very good guy in a crisis and a very good friend.
We've known each other a while. We've spent a lot of time together. We go fishing a lot.
Where do you want the fish, mate? Usual place.
As experienced safari guides, they've lived and worked alongside the Zambezi for most of their lives.
Most important. Got enough? So? I can't wait to get on the water.
Joining them are Arthur's English wife, Faye, and her parents, Clive and Brenda. They're retired teachers visiting from England.
Change your mind yet?
No, I think I'll just stay here and relax and read my book, all right?
They've both lived in Africa on and off over the years. This is the last chance for all of them to go out on the river together. Tomorrow, Faye and Arthur have to pick up their two children from boarding school. But even though she spent a lot of time in the bush, Brenda isn't keen on the idea of going fishing.
My mum was anxious because she doesn't really like going on the boat, and she would rather have just spent the day in camp.
I'm not going to go if you don't go.
If she doesn't come, the crocs will be safe.
My mum is a pretty strong personality, and you certainly don't mess her around.
You'll have to give me a hand in here.
Because it was the last day of the holiday, she finally agreed to come with us.
Okay, all aboard.
This is one of the river's most remote stretches.
The Zambezi is just a fantastic river. It's amazing, and it is so diverse. The bird life is out of this world. You see animals, bushbuck, buffalo, elephant coming down. And in the water, there's the hippos everywhere, and huge crocodiles. It's just an amazing river, really is.
It was all very relaxed atmosphere. Very carefree, nobody had a worry in the world.
You want to try catch some fish, Brenda?
Oh, no, I'm not good at that.
Come on.
Come on, it's easy.
We passed so many schools of hippos, and they're all lazing around. They just look so peaceful and so placid.
Most of them are in herds or groups, and then you get the few odd single males. As long as you give them a wide berth, the chances are you're not going to have any problem.
Oh, I think I've got something here. Heavy. Whoa.
Fishing had been pretty poor that morning, and when Mum caught a fish, it was like, yay, you know. I mean, she's really chuffed.
Well done, Mum.
I think that calls for a spot of celebratory lunch. But over there, nice bit of shade by those trees.
Sounds good to me.
What's the time?
There was no warning.
It was just this huge boom, and I was in the water. I think my subconscious was saying, this is it, this is the end. It was only when I actually was pulled back to the surface and gasping for air that suddenly then the reality of what had actually happened hit me.
They've survived the Hippo attack, but now they're in even greater peril. They've capsized in one of the most crocodile-infested rivers in the world.
To think about, you know, my bare, dangly legs, it sent a chill through me, thinking that any moment now, one of us would be taken by a crocodile.
Clive Kelly has watched his wife Brenda sucked under the crocodile-infested river. He has no idea if she is alive or dead.
Brenda! Brenda! Where are you?
Although Clive can't hear them, his wife, along with his daughter Faye, her husband Arthur and their best friend Alistair, have all surfaced underneath the boat.
Brenda!
But the group's immediate danger is not crocodiles.
The current was actually so strong in that part of the river that it actually swept us out from underneath the boat.
The Zambezi is famous for its unpredictable and deceptively strong currents. Many people drown in its eddies and whirlpools every year.
The one thing that I thought of was the fact that my children could have been with me and that I would have lost them because they would have been just thrown out of the boat. You know, they would have just been gone.
Brenda can't swim very well. She was screaming and struggling.
She obviously needed something to hold on to, and she had swallowed a lot of water and was gasping for air and kind of pushed onto me so that she could get her breath back. And I'm like, you know, Mum, you know, you're pushing me down.
Oh, Brenda, I got you. I got you.
It's just so strong, and we were being swept away. It was just incredible that Arthur was there when we needed him. Somehow he managed to keep hold of the two of us.
We're all getting washed down together. We basically hung on to each other. It was very hard to swim against a strong current.
The boat has become snagged in the middle of the river.
Just relax, Brenda, relax.
Clive and Alistair are able to cling on to it while the current drags the others downstream.
Clive and I, we couldn't do much. We sat on the front of the boat and we watched them.
I had no idea.
Suddenly everything is awake. Your ears, your eyes.
Big panic.
Wait, that's it, look it.
When something is coming directly to you, you fear the worst.
Wait, not yet.
As we hit the water with the paddle, it veered off into the mainstream.
We were on tenterhooks after that, looking around in case another crocodile did come by.
The pain had set in during the night. If I moved a little bit, it got pretty serious. If I stayed in one position, I was fine.
Alistair knows the worst thing he could do now is fall asleep. If he does, he could slip into unconsciousness, and with wounds this serious, his body could shut down and he could be dead by morning. But he's lost a lot of blood. He can't keep himself awake. On the river, everyone is suffering.
Standing for such a long period of time, we did get really tired. Our backs were aching. We were freezing cold.
The water's warm. I want to sit down a while.
Arthur wanted to sit down.
It was warmer in the water than it was out the water. The water was actually warmer.
I said to him, you can't sit down because you're going to get wet and then you're going to get cold and then hypothermia. I said, we've just got to get through this. We've got 2 children to think about and they need us. When the daylight finally came, it was just such a sense of relief because we had made it through the night. But we had worried that Alistair had bled to death. I mean, we had no idea what had happened to him and how badly injured he was. That was such a terrible feeling because you always think of the worst. And physically and mentally, we were just exhausted.
After almost 20 hours stranded in the water, the group are desperate.
We were thinking, well, you know, it's another day and somebody has got to come past.
What's that? There. There. There.
We saw some white dots on the horizon.
They're coming this way.
It looked like a white boat and we were just thrilled.
Over here! Over here! Help! Hey! This way! Over here!
Turned out there were cattle egrets flying towards us. And our hopes were shattered.
It was devastating.
Damn it!
As the birds flew off. Just felt so helpless, completely helpless.
On the sandbank, the group are becoming desperate. Clive, Brenda, Faye and Arthur have now been stranded in the middle of the Zambezi River for almost 20 hours. It's over 12 hours since they last heard from Alistair, They have no idea if he's still alive.
There was this pain, just like needles all over the place, especially on my arm. I didn't realize what it was at first until I managed to sit up. And I realized there were ants biting me. These safari ants.
Safari ants are one of the most vicious insects in the world. They've been drawn to Alistair by the scent of his blood. But their bites trigger a surge of adrenaline through his body, snapping him out of unconsciousness and probably saving his life. Alistair forces himself to move on.
It was tough going. I couldn't stand up. I had to sort of bent over, using my left arm on my knee to try and keep support.
Alistair realizes he's the only one who can find help for the others. But it's now 24 hours since the crocodile attack. He's lost a lot of blood. He's weak and disorientated.
I heard a boat, and I was far from the river. I thought I'd never get down to the river in time. There must have been an aeroplane or something, because it definitely wasn't a boat.
Despite the threat of crocodiles, Alistair loses consciousness. On the sandbank, the others are beginning to lose hope. It turns out that Alistair did hear a boat.
I thought, surely they're going to come across. I tried to shout, couldn't get it out. They started to move off.
On the river, his friends can do nothing but await their fate.
Canoes.
Amanda, just dance.
I can see them there. There.
Incredibly, some canoeists have ventured this far down the river.
They'd seen us and they thought, well, what strange people fishing in the middle of the river. I can't tell you how that felt, really. I mean, it was just a sense of relief. We were going to be all right. It was also still worry for Alistair. We hadn't heard from Alistair for several hours.
Eventually, the couple across the river spotted Alistair. They took him to safety, where he was reunited with the others. Despite his terrible injuries, surgeons were able to save Alistair's arm. He and Arthur still take regular fishing trips together on that same stretch of the Zambezi. Clive and Brenda still visit Africa regularly.
Mr. and Mrs. Carey won't go fishing with us anymore, but
Faye spends most of her weekends in the bush, but she rarely goes out on the river.
I always feel anxious when I get in a boat, even now, after all these years. It's just such a terrible experience. But we all survived, all 5 of us.
After camping out for a night close to the Grand Canyon's North Rim, 5 Boy Scouts from Utah are about to make their very first descent to the bottom of the canyon. 3 of the boys are close friends.
Is that bacon? Yeah.
15-year-old Mark Coons has been a scout for 4 years.
Could have done with some of that this morning. I was saving it for a big breakfast tomorrow.
Scouting was really a big thing for me. I'm an Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank in the Boy Scouting program, and so, you know, it's meant a lot in my life.
Mark is friends with Jordan Weiniger, who goes to the same high school in Bountiful, Utah.
Every one of us boys, we'd grown up in the same neighborhood, gone to school together, and so we were excited to spend some time to bond and to have fun with each other.
It's still kind of heavy with all this water.
Nah, it's all that bacon I'm hearing about.
First rule of hiking, always be nice to the guy carrying the breakfast.
It's a good point, Mark. Maybe I should take that back. Shame on.
Making up the trio of friends is David Phillips.
Check his roll.
He's the most experienced hiker of the 3. It's June, and the day is shaping up to be blisteringly hot. The leaders are following the first rule of Grand Canyon hiking. Take water and plenty of it.
Okay, boys, don't leave anything behind. It's a real deal today. We're going over the rim.
Guy Davis is the Scouts leader.
Most of the boys that went, I knew very well. They were about as high as kites. They were excited for the experience.
I still remember my first time in the canyon.
Veteran hiker Lauren Pace is in charge of navigation.
Earl.
He's also brought his brother Earl along.
They're having a good time. Yeah, why not? Time of their lives.
After a couple of hours hiking, the boys reach the canyon's north rim.
When you walk around that corner and you see a huge panoramic view of cliffs, you know, that go a mile down, there's nothing like it.
It's the biggest canyon on Earth, 18 miles wide and nearly a mile deep in parts. Its sheer size makes it one of the world's most extreme hiking environments.
That's where we're going. All the way.
Whoa. It's amazing. This place is incredible.
The scale of what they're taking on hits home.
We're going all the way down there. get bored of hiking, there's always the fast way down.
The group have already hiked 3 hours to their first night's camp. Now they'll make their descent, following the unmarked Little Nankoweap Creek bed. It's a tough hike with steep descents that drops 4,000 feet down to the Colorado River. There they'll fill up on water and take an easier route back up. The whole trip should take around 7 days. An hour on from the canyon rim, the group reaches the end of the official route. From here on, they'll be off trail all the way down.
The trail ended, and then it got very rocky. That's when we saw the difficulty of what the hike was going to be.
Jordan is right to be wary. Every year, some 300 hikers get into trouble here, and about 200 of them have to be airlifted out by rescue services. Around 10 more aren't so lucky and die here. And going off trail in the canyon intensifies the risk.
Yep, this is it, fellas. The big chute.
The chute is a rocky gully over a mile long, an extreme descent over boulders, loose rock and gravel. Jordan immediately sees how tough this will be.
It was turning into a hike that, was getting a little more dangerous.
They have no radio and they're out of mobile phone range. If anyone gets hurt, they're on their own.
It was really steep.
As the most experienced hiker, David takes it in his stride.
Pack's off, guys.
Mark is a little more cautious.
You'd have to climb down a big rock. It hand packs down to other people.
I got it.
So at that point, it wasn't just a hike, it was more of a climb.
A section of loose shale makes the going even tougher.
If you did put your foot wrong or something, you definitely could take a nasty fall. Maybe not stop until you go all the way down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
After an hour of hot and exhausting scrambling, even Scout leader Guy is struggling.
It's very difficult to keep your footing as you were sliding down.
Are you okay?
I hit a log straight on, and it just, I managed to catch it with the part of the body you should never hit a log with, and literally knocked the wind out of me considerably.
You okay to stand? Come on, let me take this pack. On through. Come on, 2, 3. Careful.
It's a lucky escape. It could have been much worse. 2 hours after starting down the chute, the exhausted group reaches the bottom. They've descended over 1,000 feet. Now, there's no going back. The temperature has been climbing all day. It's touching 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's so hot. It's gotta be a freak thing. It'll be cooler tomorrow.
In fact, a freak heat wave has hit the canyon. The temperature's heading for 108 degrees, much hotter than anyone expected.
Lauren had been the year before, and it was hot, but not 110 degrees hot, not cook you alive hot.
We had anticipated that the temperature would be in the 90s. 90-degree weather would have been bad enough.
and the route down offers no protection from the ferocious sun.
This is when we realized that we don't have any shade. We're not going to have any shade from now on.
There's nowhere to hide. It's constantly beating down on you.
That's just draining us and dehydrating us.
Just a day into the hike, things are beginning to go badly wrong.
We were alarmed that we were going through the water as fast as we were.
In the searing heat, they've already gone through 3/4 of their water. The only place they're going to get more is the Colorado River. But it's over 2,000 feet down, and they're still a day and a half's hard hiking away. In this heat, they'll run out long before they get there.
As we were hiking, that's all we could think about was the river, of getting to the river.
But the boys are about to find out that blistering heat isn't the only hazard they face.
Dave, don't move. You got a scorpion on your back.
One sting could immobilize David.
Hold still. Careful.
You think it could kill you?
I don't know. I don't really want to find out.
It's a reminder of just how hostile the canyon is. As well as scorpions, there are thousands of rattlesnakes. Stepping on one would be all too easy. And getting bitten out here miles from medical help could be fatal.
Come on, let's go.
That afternoon, the temperature tops 108 degrees. By 7 that evening, they've had enough.
Okay, guys, this is it for the night.
We were really exhausted. We were just grateful to be off of our feet. We were grateful to have the sun down off of us.
David does his best to keep his friends' morale up.
Hey, guys! Guys, come here. You can see the river. It's miles away, Dave.
When I first saw the river, all I could think was, that is still very, very far away. So it was really worrisome to me that it was so hot and that I was running low on water.
Just think about running in that river and drinking pints of icy water. A couple of hours in the morning and we'll be there.
In fact, they're still a tough day's hike from the river, and their water is almost gone.
We begin to say, gee whiz, am I going to be able to make it down to the river tomorrow? Have I got enough water?
Their obsession with every drop of water is becoming overwhelming.
Hey, Jordan, don't let it boil. It's a waste.
Just gonna heat it a little. Hey, George, they're much better dry. They're nutritious and delicious. It's like having loads of little worms in your mouth, just wriggling about.
I'm not hungry.
Come on, Mark. You gotta eat something.
I thought it was odd that I wasn't hungry after all that work all day. I don't know if that's some kind of side effect of dehydration or not. Definitely that night I was starting to feel a little shocked and surprised that something I thought would be so fun was starting to turn into something that was so scary and so worrisome to me. And I felt like I had started to lose control of the situation that I was in.
Dave?
Yeah?
Are we gonna get through this?
Come on. We'll get up early before the sun gets down on us. By the afternoon, we'll be at the river.
I'm gonna stay there all afternoon.
Before sunup. That's when we need to get going.
Like David, Jordan is convinced there's only one way to avoid being cooked by the sun again.
We knew that we had to get up early. We knew that we had to beat the sun, that if we didn't, we knew that we would be in trouble.
But by the time the exhausted group is ready to go, the day is already blisteringly hot.
I know that when we did begin hiking, I don't remember what time it was, but the sun was on us. It was hot.
We could feel our bodies were dehydrating. We could feel the heat.
They're sweating up to 4 pints of water an hour and dehydrating fast. They face exhaustion, hallucinations, and as their blood pressure drops, collapse. Just before noon, they face yet another ordeal. A grueling descent down a steep, rocky chute. The few hours the boys hoped it would take to reach the river have long passed, and they're not even close. And now, the water situation is critical.
Is that it? You? Not a drop.
David shared a lot of his water.
Who wants it?
He gave the most of his water to anybody.
Come on, Jordan.
Thanks.
I took my backpack and I chucked it off the cliff, you know, so I'd hope that I was going to make it down to pick it up again.
Mark threw his backpack over and said, you know, this is what we need to do.
Trying to climb down the sheer cliff in his weakened state is near suicidal. But Mark's made his mind up. He's going to get down or die trying.
Come on, guys. We gotta do it.
Even for experienced climbers, this would be a dangerous descent. But Mark has no ropes and has never rock climbed in his life.
I thought we were gonna die anyways. To me, death was gonna happen. And so it seemed like anything would be better, even if it was a ridiculous plan.
Hey, Dave. How are we gonna get back up this? To the others.
We knew that it would be too difficult to get back to the top of that. And at that time, we knew that there's no way we'd be able to make it back to them with water.
But the boys have no choice.
We climbed down that cliff, which was very frightening to me, because I knew that if any of us fell, we would die.
Hey! I can hear it! The river! You okay, Dave? My eyes are gone funny.
It's a terrifying climb, but David and Jordan finally make it down as well.
It was a sheer cliff that I couldn't do again. I think we were all amazed that we were still alive, I guess.
But David is in trouble.
You okay, Dave?
He's showing early symptoms of heat stroke. He needs water fast.
I'm cool. Come on.
Back up the chute, Guy is so dehydrated he can barely move. He's now at the mercy of the canyon and its inhabitants.
There was a rather large rattlesnake that was a few feet away from me.
The western diamondback rattlesnake is one of the most aggressive snakes in the US. A bite from an adult can deliver enough venom to kill in as little as 6 hours.
I remember experiencing the fear that that snake would turn and sense my body heat.
Guy is so weak he can't move out of striking range.
And that experience lasted for about an hour while that snake was there.
At last, the snake moves away. Since making it down the cliff, the boys have walked for over an hour, but they still hadn't reached the river.
We could hear the water, and it seemed so close. But as we go around one corner, and then the next corner, and then the next corner, each corner we thought it was the next one, and it wasn't. I just remember how bad we wanted the water. Our tongues were like a rock wrapped with sandpaper. The pain of it was just excruciating. I remember Dave complaining about his vision.
Come on, Dave. You're nearly there.
And he was shaking. All of us were. We got to an area where there was a tree that had fallen.
David was leaning against a tree, and I was like, hey, we're almost there, guys. And at that point, David collapsed.
David? Dave? You okay?
Me and Mark went over to him.
Dave.
And I remember seeing Dave's eyes roll back in his head, and his breathing is really jumpy.
Yes.
And I just knew that we were in trouble.
The three boys are in a remote part of the canyon, and dehydration has finally made 15-year-old David collapse with heat stroke. With little chance of help, the situation is desperate.
Say something, David.
I'd taken first aid merit badge, as a scout.
David?
They train you for extreme situations like this. I knew it was very serious.
Hey, Jordan. You guys get to the river. Bring back water. We're gonna get you some water, all right?
And as I went around the first corner, I could see the water, and it was about 100 yards away. And I remember getting to the water and just being so grateful. I just knew I needed a drink. I wanted it so bad. And so I took a drink out of the water, but I knew that there was a higher priority, that Dave needed the water.
Why isn't he swallowing it? Pour it on him.
So the next thing we could think to do was to pour it on him to cool him off.
Come on, man. I'm out. I'll go. Hurry, okay? Hurry!
I got to the river, and I took my bottles and I was filling them up and drinking a little bit. And when I pulled up the water bottle, I could not believe it. I saw two big yellow rafts coming around the corner.
Hey! Hey, help me get out! Hey! My friend is dying! Help me!
The next thing I knew is I heard Mark yelling help from the distance, and I was just hoping for something.
It's an incredible stroke of luck. A minute earlier or later, and the rafters would have passed by without finding the boys.
David, brother, can you hear me?
What's more, the rafting party is made up of off-duty doctors and paramedics.
Let's get him back down. Let's get him wet.
That was such a great relief to me to know that there's somebody here that knows how to take care of Dave.
Mayday, mayday.
David is in good hands, but with night falling, there's no chance of a helicopter rescue before dawn.
Seemed forever that they were working on him, not knowing if he's gonna make it, not knowing if he'll die.
He's still hypothermic.
It was dark, so I can't really put a time on it, but somewhere around 10 that night, the one that said he was a doctor came over and said, "I'm sorry to inform you, but your friend has just passed away."
Sorry.
And it was It was a hard experience.
I think it really tore apart our hearts, knowing that our friend was gone.
By the time rescue helicopters arrive the next morning, Earl and the other boys have made it down to the river. Thanks to his emergency blanket, Guy was quickly located, while Lauren was finally found wandering alone in the canyon. They're all devastated by the news of David's death.
It's so weird, and it changes your perspective on death when someone you know and someone you've seen and been with an hour before, or a couple hours before, and was vibrant and wonderful and happy, and then he's gone.
10 years on, Jordan is a policeman in Utah, and Mark is training to be a dentist. They're still good friends. Neither of them will ever forget David Phillips, and both men stay in touch with David's family.